Okay, morning folks. Welcome to the briefing on Friday the 18th. Hopefully the noise of the wind rattling the brown elephant won't distract from the briefing. It gives you a clue of what we're actually up against today. So that's the midday chart. You can see the sort of spacing of the isobars fairly tight. So it is very, very windy today. I haven't even looked at the upper winds, but I suspect they're 40 knots plus. These cold front here, it's making very slow progress, but what appears to be happening is sort of bands of rain are breaking off from it and coming across us, as you'll see on the rainfall radar. And that slowly progresses across us overnight and then into tomorrow. Isobars slightly further apart tomorrow, but it's still got a lot of cyclonic curvature, very, very unstable, and looks like lots of showers. And I'll look at that in a little bit more detail in a minute. So upper winds today, well, there you go, 2,000 feet, 50 knots. So yeah, pretty windy, middle of the country, 55 knots and the upper winds, so pretty breezy. And quite often we find that that slightly underestimates it. Yesterday it said 20 to 25 and it actually was more like about 30 at flying heights. The TAFs, Farnborough I think says it all really between 9 and 18, 190, 12 knots, which is the average, broken at 1,200 feet. Well, it's 800 feet now. Between 9 and 18 gusting 28, it's gusting 25, 26 at the moment, and a 40% probability between 9 and 12, 3,000 meters, rain and drizzle broken at 800, which is probably what we've got. 40% prob means it's very, very, very likely. The Lasham weather station is showing 15, 16 knots average, gusts 25 at the moment, probably a little bit more than that at times, judging by the rattling of the windows here. Rain today shows that sort of picture of bands here coming off the main cold front, which is still out to the west of the UK, and we're just getting fed those across us. So you probably worked out that there's very, very little chance of flying today with those strength winds and the regular rain forecast for most of the day. So I think we can write today off as a day to either stay indoors at times or not go flying. Tomorrow, that's the 9 o'clock in the morning forecast. If you look at the chart on the side, you'll see all these little dots here are forecast shower activity, and as the day goes on, it's forecasting showers for most of the day around the Lasham area. We might be lucky, we'll have to see. Wind is a little bit less than today, so it's 30 knot gusts. Let's have a look at that. It's talking about winds in the 30 knot bracket probably at most tomorrow. Top Meteo does tend to overestimate it, so I think sort of 25 knot gusts probably more likely tomorrow. That will mean that if the showers are abundant, they will move through fairly quickly. So it really depends on the sort of shower activity and how sort of widespread it is as to whether we actually will be able to fly tomorrow. Again, the wind is southwesterly, there's cyclonic curvature to the isobars, so if we do operate, it'll be on 2-3. So hopefully that's the heads up for the next couple of days. I think Sunday looks marginally better, lighter winds, less chance of showers. So maybe something this weekend. In terms of airspace and other operational issues, very little airspace around Lasham and here. I've just left a couple of things on the map. Middle Wallop, the Portsmouth Naval Gliding Club, are operating out of there, have NOTAM their operations over the next, I think, month or so here, and that will eventually become a permanent gliding symbol on the charts. So the NOTAMs there will stop eventually. It's in consultation at the moment. And the danger areas around Salisbury, both of these, they're deactivated from today for 2 weeks over the Christmas period. Doesn't mean you can fly down to the ground, it just lowers it in places to 3,000 feet. So if you're flying in a powered aircraft, you can go across over 3,000 feet across Salisbury without having to talk to anybody, because there isn't anybody to talk to. Okay, so little chance of flying today, possibly tomorrow. And if you're booked in to fly tomorrow, remember the Tier 3 restrictions apply. So if you are in Tier 3 from tomorrow, you can't come here, unfortunately, because the guidance quite clearly says you cannot or should not leave a Tier 3 region to go into another region that's lower. Okay, thanks very much, folks.